Hidden for decades in a forgotten World War II location, we just uncovered one of the greatest German wartime artifact discoveries we ever did. Lost equipment, personal items, and untouched relics. Every piece tells a story. These incredible finds all belong to German soldiers, frozen in time since the war. What we discovered beneath the ground is nothing short of history brought back to life.
This is, you have to start down here. This is what it looks like for us. It is just a mess, but it is actually a pretty cool mess. And there are so many items. A lot of it is, of course, just crap. But there are some incredible gems down here. And just a little piece like that can actually have a little monogram or a little writing on it, and that makes it very exciting. It seems like one of those magical moments are here. I was concentrating on wanting to show you that thing there. That is one piece of the game of Dam. Alright, eagle eyes, he was doing some work here, and suddenly, boom. Can you see it? Let me see if I can zoom you down there. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't touched it yet, but that looks very, very much like a German dog tag. And could it really be? I wouldn't bet on it, but that, yeah, that has got to be a German dog tag. Just about really sure about that. If it's marked, I couldn't tell you. But wow, that is unreal. So, is that a button? But look at that. A German dog tag in this trash pit. Wow. And we're going to see if we can restore that and bring it back to life with you. But that's what it's all about. It might just be a little hole in the ground, but for us, it's hour after hour after hour with research, travel to locations, find the locations, spend days to find things like this trash pile, and in the end, you could be rewarded with something like that. Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure this is a German dog tag. For those of you who know, there are like one space there, one space there, one space there, and you could break it. So we're not going to do anything more with that now. It's going to be put in a special bag with some conservation kind of oily stuff. The sheep's wool fat extract is going to go right in there, and then it's just a matter of us see if we can find some details together. Well, look at that. Eagle eyes, he found what seems to be a little coin. I'm not too sure whether it's a coin or something else, but it's definitely a round circular object that looks coinish. We have limited resources to clean up the pieces here, so we're going to do that when we get back, and we're going to definitely show you what it's all about. Alright, I'm going to let you down here. See that? Right there. Looks like it could be a medicine bottle. Yeah, could definitely be it. Sorry, I'm not familiar with where I am. That's beautiful. Well, that's a beauty. See if I can get you down there. I think that is actually a bakelite container that the German soldier had the soap in. And you have the name and everything here. And down here, there's a little jar. Sometimes the jars are actually stuffed with things, and there are more down there, so this is really nice. So let's go down into this hole. You see there, that's a button, that's a little tag. All of these tags has got numbers, and that is like 40 centimeters down. Look at that, a beautiful bottle. Wow, That was last used by a German soldier, and there are some beautiful identification logos and everything on that. Well, beautiful piece here. That is probably a, these are finds from Eagle Ice. This is probably a flashlight glass. This we haven't managed to figure out. Could be a coin, a little button, and a dam piece, and a hair button, and some ceramics. Good stuff, good stuff. Just continue and greatness will be there. Got something rather special there. Seems to be a toothpaste, no sorry, a toothbrush. German standard issue toothbrush. I think it is up here. You see the green handle there? They had beautiful colors on them. See that? There it is. That is cool. Let's see if the brush is there. No. There used to be maybe a brush here made out of horse hair. Look at that. One German soldier once upon a time brushed his teeth with that. Right there. I think there is something just spectacular. See here? Yeah. That is actually, I think it is a massive battery just laying there. Maybe for the field telephones or something like that. It's rotting away. Yeah, that is a battery cell that the Germans used. That is very, very rare. You can see the bakelite being melted and infused on the back there. Wow, that is something. And in here would be the cells. You see that? Cell after cell after cell. If we open up this, we have to be careful. It's gone already. Here are the packages, the packs with cells. Wow. She's got a button and a complete German beer bottle. Many of these are marked with the date in the back. This one is not. She's just kind of deviating from the original spot to find out more about the trash pile size. But that's a really nice find. German beer bottle from the Second World War, and where the Germans sat down and had a little beer. That's a beauty. That is a belt hook that holds the belt up in a German uniform. See that? That's going to clean up very nice. And as I said, we do create beautiful World War II dioramas and shadow boxes that we give away. So check out the giveaway videos for that. That, my friend, is a German World War II S-Mine display, and we create and give them away to our Patreon team members. This is a German Soldatenheim little shadow box. This is a 9mm munition box. Everything here is original. These are artifacts from the Second World War, and we give them away to our Patreon team members. If you want to check out how to become a Patreon team member, there's a link here in the video description where it says more. Just click that, then you click the link for the Patreon, and then you'll see how you can become a Patreon team member, and you will in the end up with something absolutely spectacular, some small artifacts from the Second World War, and we will share history in a very special way together. Wow, German signal flare. You see the serrated end here? That used to be a signal flare that the soldiers could use to notify of any events happening, or maybe an alarm went. Different colors that would be coded. This looks, could be a white one. So a signal flare. That is pretty neat. That is pretty neat. It's not easy to see. It's actually a flashlight with the. This is the cover that makes it kind of not that shiny. See, it's completely gone. See here, that's the internal with the electronics, where the bulb is, all of that, and there's the glass. But that is not savable whatsoever. Heat iron for a German boot, bottle top for the German beer bottle, put them together and you have German activity, maybe drinking a beer outside the barrack, replacing your heel iron that was destroyed in the last battle you took place in. I don't know, just so cool to see. See that? That's a German here boot with all the iron spikes being hit in to make them have grip on winter conditions. You can still see the marks where the spikes were. They will often corrode off and not be there. The toe iron would be there. Very nice. Wow. Medicine bottle, bottle top, huge mug of some sort. Looks like the cream bottles. And look at that. That is a cup. Aluminum cup. Who knows? Are there any markings on it? I don't know. Wow. That is amazing. Alright, look at that. Find of bunker buster gold rumbling around in the soil, and there are more pieces. Can we see what more you have? It's like this tag here. A glass button. More here buttons. And look at that. They actually look very nice. See that? That's going to clean up very nice. These tags we found with all kinds of Kriegsmarine markings and all others. This is a chest piece. Wow. Well, we have a little interesting piece there. Eagle Eyes is going to take it up. That doesn't look like much, but it actually speaks volume. It's an incredible, interesting button, which actually is very, very rare to find. And on the back, right there, there will be a very special piece of writing. It says Transportgruppe TOT, and that means that's a button from the organization TOT, and that is very, very rare to find. So there you go. See if I can get you a little bit closer. It's a bit difficult with the focus here, but it actually says Transportgruppe TOT, and that is such a surprise. There you go. Beautiful array of pieces. This is a food container, typically ice, fish inside. This is a battery for a German here and other branches flashlight. That is cool, still there. We're gonna see if we can clean that up a little bit. It's actually it's been inside a flashlight, but it's kind of gone now. And look at that little glass piece with 0.7 liter. 0.7 liter of wine probably, and we love these. They go in our dioramas. Wow, wonderful. So I'm going to continue down into that hole. Look down there. I think we have a little beauty. Let's see. Oh, it is complete. Look at that wonderful bottle. That is maybe a eau de cologne perfume bottle from one of the soldiers passing through this area. Wow, that is beautiful. Well, why is it here? What happened? Well, this place was a kind of a transit camp area where actually thousands of soldiers came by. They maybe stayed there to rehabilitate. Maybe they stayed to wait for new assignments. They could relax for a few days, have a beer, maybe go to the hospital, get fixed. There's a light bulb from one of the flashlights, you see that? Ceramics. Well, as I said, little kind of like a transit camp area. All kinds of branches came through, and that is why you find such a huge variation of the pieces. This is just a minute, very, very tiny little area of this place, but you have to take one little square meter at a time and just basically dig slowly into the ground, and in the end they will come. They will come, and we will share them with you. Let's see if I can get you down there. Can you see that thing there? That is actually a game piece, a board game piece that the soldiers used when they stayed at this location. It was a transit kind of camp area, and they were here for shorter or longer time, and that is a game piece that the soldiers used. Oh, I love that. That is beautiful. Well, once upon a time, you might be very lucky, and I think I'm actually that here right now. And I can't wait to show you that. That is an amazing find. Just a lot of trash and buttons and pieces of nothing. And then suddenly that thing there, it actually fell down, flipped over. So I know what it is. You can guess if you want to. But I'm going to share this little moment with you here. See here? Coming out from here. Like that. Turn around. Boom. That's a German belt buckle. Looks like it's in iron in very, very bad condition. I'm going to do my very, very, very best to see if we can get some information out of that. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm not sure how that will turn out, but we'll hope for the best. Holy cadoli. That is one heck of a find in a trash pile. German belt buckle. I can't tell you what kind of branch it is or whatever it is right now, but that's going to be something cool to kind of clean up together. Hopefully it will be possible to clean it up. If not, at least we got a incredible moment together right there. Rosa Dent. That is actually, if I'm not too mistaken, is that the toothpaste or is it for the soap? Wow. Wow, what is that? That actually looks to be a different kind of battery. Yeah. I think it is. That's interesting. I've never seen anything like it actually. It's not like the 4.5 volts, so is that for some kind of communication equipment or something? Never seen that. So, I'm recording with the GoPro now. I'm cleaning a German soldier issued razor head, using the toothbrush. Oh my goodness, this place is incredible. That's actually pretty interesting. You got a bottle top with the cap on. That's going to be cool to look at. And we have the Kriegsmarine buttons there. We just talked about, it's been a long time since we found a complete ceramic plate, and suddenly, boom. And also, Eagle-Eye, he's got a button right there, so you're going to take that. But look at that. A beautiful little coffee cup teller with, let me see if we can get you down there. See if we can get you down. KPM with the royal crown there. Beautiful. That is nice. And another little beauty here. See if we can get you down there. Might be able to see that it says Germany on the end and a button. Wow, very nice. That's a piece of ceramic jar that had actually cream inside. Very nice. Well, look at that. That is a piece of a game. I think it would be a chess piece. You can get up there and see that. Another beautiful little thing. Well, seems like we are in quite a good luck here. I was looking for the box down there. I had to dig out a little bit here. And then suddenly, I want to say this, we found a Kriegsmarine, or German naval platter in Bavaria, what does it say? Maybe 1943, 42, with the swastika. That is cool. That's a really good find, and we can glue that together. There are some more pieces, and there are more ceramics right down here. I'm struggling a little bit with this camera here, but we have two beautiful little pieces here. See if I can get you in there. See that on the right there? Almost like a miniature dog tag. There's a here button there. Find of eagle eyes. But this thing here looks pretty interesting. I wonder what that could be. I think it's a tag with some kind of maybe numbers and letters. We're definitely gonna clean that up together and I'll show it to you. Huge piece of leather here. But look, the Germans left a shovel for us, so we don't have to dig. They told us to come here and look for pieces, and that is an entrenchment tool. Actually 100% sure that's a German one. You can see the reinforcement around here. Maybe a piece from the Gebirgsjäger, because the Gebirgsjäger was actually here. So you never know. Just wanted to see how many details there can be in such a small area. This is like 30 square centimeters. A iron, heel iron from a German booth. See that? Then this beautiful bottle with the cap on top. Then a pocket knife, another one. Who knows if we can save that and make it nice. And this thing here, look at that. Really don't know where I've seen that before, but I can see there are some markings on the back there. Wow. I'm gonna figure out what that is later. But that's just in this very, very tiny little area. That is amazing. I want you to see just a couple of small details there. See that? That looks to be like an MG or a Mauser rifle cartridge. Even cooler, look at that. Seems to be like a mess kit piece from a sports combination of a fork and a spork. A spoon. And this one, see if I can get you down there. It's not easy. There's so much glare here. See if I can get you there. It's actually an A. See that? Right there. There's A. See if I can see that. So a soldier put his name on that, or initial. So cartridge and a spork from a Wehrmacht soldier right down there in that hole. We're using this sifter here, and Eagle Eyes is just covering up under some trees here. It's really starting to get bad here. I'm the only one out here. But look at that. Gold Guild Kriegsmarine button. Wow, remember, all of these are going back to you, my fantastic supporters. So you'll find them in the giveaway dioramas in the beginning of each month. You can see those videos. So I'll make something really nice for you. This is what it looks like for us. And would you know, actually a flashlight. Found many of them here, as I said. So, oh, it's in really good condition. Oh, really bad condition, sorry. Look at that. That's the internal. Inside there would be a bulb. There's no way we can save this. But there's the glass. See that? There's the glass in front. And it's the one with the 3 different knobs. Gonna show you that. 3 different knobs, so you can slide up and down and change the colors of the light that comes out from that. That is pretty neat. Wow, would you look at that? That's what we came for. Well, 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 a little beauty. Let me show that to you. Can you see that? That is actually what I think could be a German here backlight guard whistle. See that? That is awesome. I'm gonna do something now. I'm gonna blow into that, but the microphone is very, very close to my mouth, so I'll do this. What about that? It actually works. Holy Madonna. You can see here, got heel irons on the left there, boxes, bottoms, bottle bottoms. Have the thing here, which is kind of like a ruler, probably for maps. Have buttons in there. Very unusual bottle came up here. Let's take it up, Eagle Eyes. There's even something inside there. Look at that. Careful, careful. That is wonderful. Look at, wow. What is that? I've never seen any type like that. Is it sealed? No, there's probably water. I've never seen anything. Oh, it says something here. Let's take that away. Madaus. All right, Madaus. Okay, beautiful. And are we so lucky that I think I see a complete lid for the mess tin. What is that first? But is that it? Is that really it? I'm almost afraid to say it is. Oh my goodness. That is actually a pretty nice find. There will be like a producer here. Oh, that is wonderful. That is the field canteen cup from a German field canteen. Wow, I'm rambling here. Oh wow, they are very rare to find. They are bakelite. They will be crashed immediately when they throw them down, but it survived in that cavity there. You see that? That's what I love about this. You never know what's going to come up, and right now it is starting to rain. Another little beautiful bottle. Could be, oh look at that. Heel irons. It's a beautiful little bottle. It's marked in the bottom there. Could be for eau de cologne or hair oil. All kinds of things. I'll take you down in the hole. Look what comes up. See that? That is actually the top of a German canteen in bakelite. It's a drinking cup. And that's about 1 meter down in the ground, been covered up. Yeah, you find a beautiful little thing. It is amazing. It is just amazing that we can find that canteen cup. All right, we have another little beauty. Hope it's complete. Wow. Does it have the date on the back there? Yes. Can you help me out to find out what it says on the back there? Just wipe it and let me know. In the middle, the very
Nada.
Sorry?
Nada.
No, see that? 44. 44.
Ooh.
It is 44 actually. Beautiful German beer bottle, brown edition from 1944. All right, that's a beauty. What does it say?
Thomas, Germany.
Yeah, it says Thomas, Germany, so it's definitely a German little piece. And can you show the little tag? There's a little, what's it called, rectangular tag, and it's actually got a number. And is that a coin or something there? That thing there, what is that? No, okay, we have a tag, this little thing marked with Germany. We are happy and we are rolling. All right, this is just fantastic. You see down here, see if you can adjust it. This is a ink bottle. We have a cartridge that could be from the MG K98 Eagle Eyes. He's working on a bottle top. It could be a complete beer bottle. And down here, there's a complete bottle, I think, or something that looks like it. Wow, would you look at these things? This is amazing. So he's gonna work with that bottle. Maybe use this one here. There's a lot of the food containers and stuff. Oh, it's not a complete bottle. It's just the top. Oh, oh, that, are you, wow, Marschgetränk cylinder in perfect, well, not perfect condition. Oh, I'll give you a story about this. This is amazing. Some of the findings of Bunker Buster, a lot of beautiful buckles. This is also a piece of Marschgetränk. There's a backlight top for a bottle. Kriegsmarine button, a damn plate piece, Kriegsmarine button, a chest piece. Wonderful. And some pieces of porcelain here. Just wonderful. Wow. I'm not too sure what this thing here is, but can you see all that writing? A lot of German writing here. Bergmann 22 Waldheim. Wow. See if we can take it down there. See that? That is beautiful. Okay, we are in shock and totally ecstatic. And Bunker Buster, she just said something. I'm gonna say what that is afterwards. But right in this hole, she made a discovery that is almost unreal. First, some cartridges, some buttons, a horseshoe. Yeah, you found the horseshoe. So the horseshoe could have been the thing to lead up to this find. I'm gonna do this. Can you see it? Then I'm gonna go down here, and can you see that? And if I kind of zoom in like that, can you see it? And my daughter, she just said something. She said, "Daddy, no one will believe us." And I said, "Yeah, exactly." But I don't give a rat's ass, to be honest. That's what's down there. That's what we found. She found, and we haven't even touched it. There was this kind of rocky thing just laying on the edge, so I removed that. We immediately saw what it was, and we cannot believe our eyes. And this thing, we have to turn it around. Can you do the honor? Just very, very gently turn it around. Wait. Oh, okay. Keep the cover of the shadow there so we can see it. So we have to, there's so much sun, it's very difficult to actually see this thing. Look at that. A very, very dear friend of us, Elle. You told us once that miracles can happen, and it has actually certainly done that for a very, very, very long time now. And some of the findings here that the Eagle Eyes and Bunker Buster girl is doing is just absolutely unreal. And I'm gonna take this little piece of glass that probably was from the barracks. You see this side. I'm not sure how or where it exactly was. Did you dug it up several times, didn't you? Or rumbled around, and suddenly it just came down there. Oh my goodness. This is a iron cross, and there was a field hospital here. Oh, this is absolutely unreal. We're gonna take some photos of it, and why are we so quiet? Wow. Oh my Lord.
Right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. I really wanted you to see this long format video of all of that, what you can find out there. But let me tell you a little bit more about what you see here. But first, guys, you want to help us to reach more locations like this, go out and find and share incredible World War II history, please consider to help us with a Super Thanks feature donation here. Basically, your opportunity to just help us to get some fuel into the camper van and take off and go out and find and share even more. Also, you can make a PayPal donation. You'll find that here in the video description where it says more. You can just click that, find that PayPal donation link, make a donation, and guess what? You saw you could become a Patreon team member. All our Patreon team members are in there every month for the monthly draws of the artifacts that we put into the shadow boxes and that. So also, if you make a Super Thanks donation or PayPal donation, you take part also every month for beautiful World War II artifacts that we give away to you. And you can find a little bit more about that in the videos in the beginning of each month, which are noted supported day video. So right here, you can see some of the pieces that has been found out there. Yes, these pieces are absolutely spectacular. They're just tiny pieces from the past, but they actually tell a story. They tell a story about men, what they used at the location, what features the different pieces has. And for me, it's such an incredible thing to just find these and share them with you guys. So I really do appreciate you being here so you can take part in this. Like this little thing here, you could say, what is that rectangular thing? What is that square thing? This one says MRS. This is actually payment tokens from a place which is called Soldatenheim. So the soldiers would come back from sorties. They would be there at the Soldatenheims. They could have a party. They could watch a movie. They could have a good meal. And they were rewarded different kind of these payment tokens depending on what they kind of were awarded with. And they come in different things. And these are values. So you have a round one, you have a triangle one, a square one, and they are payment tokens. You have some of the game pieces that the German soldiers would use in their barracks and bunkers. You have their buttons, especially the Kriegsmarine buttons, and they also have writing on the backs stating either Reichsmarine or Kriegsmarine. At some of these locations, we do come across belt buckles. This is like a half little eagle. See that? Eagle eyes found that. Little flashlight. That is the cross. Very, very special. Still haven't cleaned it up. It's just as it was the day that we found it. And there is the whistle. Still works. How cool is that? Once upon a time, a German soldier used that to make sure that there would come no enemies into the camp without him noticing it, and he could run the alarm with the whistle. Well, this is what history is all about. Go out there and find it and share it with you guys. I want to say massive thank you for your kind support. If you want to help us, you can subscribe, hit the notification bell, let all our notifications come through. Also, if you make a comment or a heart, it's greatly, greatly appreciated. And all the donations coming in enables us to go out and find more of this. And all of this is to be given away to you in the end. It just takes time because we have so many things. And yes, this thing is going to be with some of you in the future. That is actually a little ampule of medicine that the German soldiers would or took if they were very, very heavily damaged out there in the battlefields. They could get a little bit of this, and then boom, they could continue to work. So very special details here, and I love the bottles, I love the plates. Everything here tells a story, and it's such a great honor and pleasure for us to be able to share that with just you. All right. Thanks again, guys. Stay safe, keep smiling. Before you know it, we will be out there with some more for you to enjoy and learn from. All right, bye-bye.